Hi, welcome to Messenger Motorworks. I'm here with this Mazdaspeed3. It's a friend's car who actually bought it from this friend, Tsukasa, who can walk on the frame. This was his car. He modified this car quite a bit. We used to race this car on track. I broke it once. It was just once. So today we are going to reinstall the catch can that I stupidly took off because I thought it would be less maintenance for the new owner. We didn't expect him to have such a lead foot and enjoy the stage 1 Cobb tune and everything like that that's on it. So it does seem to be overrunning the positive crankcase ventilation system and the air oil separator. So we're going to reinstall the catch can on this today. It's the same one. It was still sitting in an oil drain from 2 years ago when I removed it. So we're going to lift the car and get started and see if we can solve the problem with the black and white kind of smoke that's intermittently coming out of it. All right? All right, we got the car up. We are going to pick up this panel and kind of see what's what. We have the guy who originally installed the catch can right here, so that's going to accelerate the guesswork here. See how much battery this thing has. Plenty. Well, so I'm going to grab me a metal bowl. Yeah, no, I'm wondering if we just
spin it out.
Just do that. That, viewers, is problem solving right there.
Yeah.
We're not going to take it off.
Good enough?
Yeah.
Probably good enough for what we're doing, because this is where original attachment point for the catch can, I think, around here.
Yeah.
I think it was, yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Here's a hole, one hole, and here's another hole. And here's the tees that came with it.
Okay.
So what we have to do is, we probably have to, I don't know if this hole is going to be long enough. If it is, then we can just cut it, you know, around here, and you know, plug it in, and it's done.
This is the lines right here, yeah?
Yep, and you have to cut it like around here.
Yeah.
If hopefully it's long enough so that we can just cut it around here and plug it in and done.
Okay.
If it's not, we just have to get. I hope you have hoses.
I have some hoses.
We can run to the Riley's or something.
Viewers staring at the back of Tsukasa's head, I am implementing a second camera here.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy.
Yeah, I think the oil's leaking around. Yeah, leaking from somewhere around here.
So here's where we have the old mount locations there and there. That probably used to have fasteners. It looks like I put a zip tie through one of the holes. We'll probably just end up zip tying it. This is the leak. Hopefully just a bad seal on that fuel filter. This car does have the conversion to just fit a spin-on, which makes things a lot easier for users. This is the line here that we're going to cut into to loop in. Ooh, it's pretty oily. Oh, actually, it's just generally kind of gross and nasty. Look at that up there. Mm-hmm. All of this hosing is just kind of gross and nasty. Well, I'm not doing a very good job with my camera. But, I mean, that kind of potentially leads me down the direction that PCV system has been overpressurized for a while, and you know, it seeps. It just probably just kind of seeps because this isn't super strong hosing. It's not really meant for any sort of high pressure. So the fact that it's just all just kind of generally oily probably means that it seeps right up there when pressure is loaded into the crankcase from the turbo, and then it just kind of like runs down the line. It just kind of generally makes everything slimy.
Or I was thinking, I wonder if this, you know, this is like where all the moisture get collected here and then freeze, and then it just basically locks it up.
Oh, it could.
Because remember, I had the, you know, when I had a catch can, and when it was winter,
yeah,
in the middle of the winter, I usually have to dump it out like once a week or two, or it's gonna fill up completely and then clogs it up.
Yeah.
And then at that point, basically, all the pressure, we're trying to find the weakest spot and trying to, spit out. So
Right.
I had that issue. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know how much pressure it's pulling, but.
Like boost pressure?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know how much actually leaks into the system. You'd probably have to put some sort of device on it to measure how much pressure was leaking into the system past the PCV valve, because the PCV valves in these aren't full check valves, and they don't even have a rubber seal. So even when they're like supposed to be holding boost back from the crankcase, it still seeps through because it's just they're just not very good valves. And they probably made the valves just good enough for factory boost, and then you throw a Cobb tuner on it, and you're throwing a few more pounds through there, like more consistently and more aggressively. So, well, let's, I think I used one of those holes for a zip tie. Let's cut that zip tie, get the catch can mounted, and then we'll kind of see what we need to cut off of these hoses. So, hopefully you can see this on the camera. We have a hole here, we have another hole here with a zip tie. We got some nippers. We're gonna cut that bad boy off. Ross, do you want to supply us with zip ties? Ross is the chosen gopher today. Oh yeah, you're already there. Tsukasa, will you hand me the catch can itself? I think we'll just kind of get it loosely zip tied up. It's on top of that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll roughly get it up there like, hey, it lines up.
What if Tom runs for office?
Yeah.
So you could be president
I can
someday.
be associated.
President Tsukasa?
Yeah. I was actually born in Hawaii.
No, you weren't. Were you? No, you weren't. You lied. Faked me out for a second
Probably
there.
the best state to pick.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have
That's
paid
what
to being
Obama
born in
did.
Hawaii. That's what you got to stay away from the political stuff on the YouTube channel. I'll get black flagged real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll
Just beep it out.
I'm trying to stay legit, Tsukasa. Or to the rest of the world, Tom. So the story with him being called Tom is when he first came over to the States from Japan at what, 8?
13?
13 years old? You were that old?
Yeah.
Okay, he was 13. The principal of his school couldn't pronounce Tsukasa. So he just, fumbled around in class and just called you Tom.
Yep.
And then it stuck. So just some random bumpkin from down in Georgia, Alabama, named him Tom. And so now most people just call him Tom. You could hope for a better origin story for an alias, but live the hard life. So after this is installed, this will be curled up underneath here, and Ryan, the owner of this car, will have to kind of get under here and with a cup, open the valve, drain it, close the valve, tuck it back up under there, just to keep this thing from blowing smoke on a regular basis. So Tsukasa, these lines. So we want to pull from this one. We cut this one to come
Yeah, I
into the
think
top
this
here.
is the one that goes into the intake, if I remember right. These two are coming from the block. Oh, one of them coming from the valve covers, and I think this one's coming from, I think, the block.
We should figure that out, shouldn't we?
Yeah, probably. But if I remember right, my old memory tells me that it's this one that goes up to the intake.
How reliable is that memory?
Probably not.
Okay.
Very good.
Brilliant.
Mazdaspeed people are so cool.
Mazdaspeed people are generally pretty cool. It's a good group of people, Mazda fans. All right. So, to our viewers, top inlet on the catch can goes to the intake pipe. After the MAF on this, it's an aftermarket unit. I'm not sure where it is on the factory unit, but it comes from the fresh air intake here into this. And then we're going to then just feed the bottom pipe straight into the system. This comes from the positive crankcase. on the side of the block. This comes from the tappet cover, which are the two places that Mazda seems to want to pull from. Not sure that they pull from it the best. The Mazda engines and the later Ford turbo engines that were derived from this old MZR all seem to have this same problem. And even the newer Skyactiv like 2.5s that's in your Mazda 6 suffer from the same problem.
Really?
So look forward to that. It's less of an issue because it's a naturally aspirated car, but they still have issues with the systems clogging up, which is really interesting that Mazda, for some reason, can't seem to get that right. So this is some nice flexi hose. We should be able to snip this right about there, get it wrapped into that top port, and then drive that one right into the bottom port. Yeah? I have here nippers, side cutters for those of you who are very technical.
And the hose might be long enough.
I think the hose is plenty long enough. I think I'm going to go down a little bit like this to make sure it doesn't kink when I wrap it around. And I'm just going to go ahead and...
And if you want to be very sure, we can put hose clamps, throw a hose clamp on it. But
Ross, we got some small hose clamps.
I can't remember if original one came with it or not, but probably good. It probably doesn't hurt.
It wouldn't hurt, no. Yeah, these should with a little bit of work slide on there.
Oh, there's some moisture in it.
That's a telling sign, users or viewers rather.
Yeah,
That was sitting right down in that low spot. I just got some Mazda water on me. Ugh.
probably fuel.
Oh, it smells bad. Smell that.
Yeah.
It smells weird.
Because when I remember, I used to collect a lot of fuel.
Yeah, did it?
So yeah, moisture in the fuel, if I remember right.
That's how your viewers know that you have us tricked into trusting you.
Smell this.
Smell my arm!
That was awkward. So if we can do it, then maybe we should like try to put it in the way so that it doesn't. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Maybe we should try to route it so that it doesn't create a low spot, like sag and then come up.
After we get it connected, we might
yeah,
be
we
able
might
to
have
find
to
a
zip
spot
tie.
to just
I think
pull
that's
it
what I
out.
did. If I zip tied.
But then
the
we're
zip
just
tie.
going to have a low spot over here.
No, it's trying to gradually slope it so it trying to goes in. But
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll give that a shot.
Did you want to try using
Well, these things are supposed to retain vacuum, right? To
You know,
pull stuff in.
yeah, but earlier,
This one
even
will
without
work.
this,
We got another
Okay,
one
you
of
just
those.
want
Two of them. Yeah, brilliant. Flathead.
even without this, it should be pulling.
That's true.
Right?
It should be, but it wasn't. We just had the car running 15 minutes ago.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that might be it.
yeah, we can try it. We can try it zip tying and just kind of
Yeah.
pulling the line up a little bit so it's at least more level with this to be sure it all falls in there. A lot of guesswork on Messenger Motorworks. More fun that way. Get on there. Go to your home. Oh, that's on there really tight. I am not convinced that we actually needed a hose clamp.
Oh, maybe we don't need it.
But it probably wouldn't hurt. Let's just put them on there. I'll feel better. Because this does have a little bit of a ridge. We can get the clamp locked behind the ridge. And, I mean, these ones don't come off. But this probably has a textured plastic that helps grip, and it's got a lot longer engagement.
Yeah.
This is a smooth metal with a lot shorter engagement, so we'll put the clamp on there. We just need a small flathead. Ross is working on for us over there.
Wow, nut grinder. But
Oh, nice. New shiny hose clamp. Should go pretty easily. I promise viewers, it's not my first hose clamp.
it's just way shinier than the ones you're used to.
Way shinier. Well, one of my other videos showed me like PB blasting an old clamp to get it to loosen up.
And reusing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Come on now. That's on the budget Saab. I'm not spending any more money that needs to be spent on that car. Well.
Yo. Ooh, this is a shiny new part I can throw on there.
That's probably true.
Not all the purchases are quality of life mods.
No. Some are speed mods. Yeah, zip ties. Listen to that.
A little tighter.
Yeah, I was just getting
Oh,
it tighter. Yeah,
nice.
that's better. That's better.
So who here's had to ever reuse a zip tie?
Oh, been there. You take a little pin
Yeah.
and you shove the little catch inside of there and oh yeah, I've reused zip ties. Come on. Tsukasa's, I don't think Tsukasa's ever been as broke as we have been.
Nope.
Got that rich Asian.
Never had to do
History.
that on that first MR2?
No.
No, we wrecked the MR2 around a tree at, like after
Yeah.
just 3 months or something, right?
I couldn't zip tie it. I couldn't have enough zip tie to fix that.
No, nobody was ever gonna have enough zip ties to fix that. So what we're gonna do is cut this top line at the top of this T a little bit shorter,
Maybe cut that.
and
Cut this one.
maybe
short
cut this line a little bit shorter, so it props the system up, so it's above the point of intake on the catch can. To hope that maybe this won't hold so much moisture. I got pretty wet when I just cut the line and pulled it down. There's a lot of moisture sitting in here. So Tsukasa and Ross's point is exactly right. I do think we need to make this the low spot so everything drives down into that can the way it should. So I'm gonna undo my little bit of work here. Like that. So we're gonna cut this hose here short so it pulls up this, and then we're gonna kind of reconfigure this line to match up with it. And get on there. There we go. That's a lot better. What do you think? It's a lot higher.
Yep. And more.
Just kind of more straight, less tube, less place for water to collect.
It's not kinked or anything up there.
No.
I thought.
Yeah,
It's
I kind of got it pushed
Yeah.
up there.
Yep.
But it's still free. It's still free
Yeah.
to wiggle around, and I don't think it's interfering with anything mechanical.
No,
So-
that's good.
I think we've maybe made some subtle improvement there.
So all the moisture goes here.
Yeah. Yeah, Tsukasa, good tip there.
Were you worried that the valve was going to open on it easily?
That's the reason I put it.
But does it open easily?
I don't know.
It looks like a crusty old valve.
Yep. I mean,
I'm
probably.
wondering if you really need that.
I went to Menage or something, got it probably. Whatever the valve I can find. Oh yeah,
Damn it.
Joe!
I got hit again. Oh, I figured the thing would have evaporated out of it by now.
Oh man, I wish I had planned that.
I wish
That
we
would
did
have been a
cool.
great long con.
Just fill that up knowing I'd be reinstalling it.
Oh yeah.
Joe.
Whatever. Ooh, it's like, look at that.
Yeah, it's like once you start collecting it, like using the catch can, you get some
Yeah.
really nasty
I want
goods in there.
to get a shot of that.
Okay.
So, viewers, you can kind of see
That means you have to dump it out.
this grossness. Now, this catch can was on this car for a good period of time, but this is the kind of brownish goop that builds up inside of these cars systems. The mix of, oil vapors, moisture, that sort of thing. That's what it becomes on these cars. So catch cans help to alleviate that and keep it out of the actual intake stream. All right. So viewers, we're gonna have this arranged like so. So he can just reach under here, turn this valve. It'll drain the situation. Close the valve. You can just hold a cup here in front of the wheel and it should be good.
Except
I'm gonna drill a couple of holes right here for zip tie. You got a thought, Tsukasa?
Oh, it's sticking out below this though. I think that's gonna be an issue. I don't know if you can turn it a little bit more like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's turning against the hose. So what else? I can absolutely do that. Actually, Tsukasa's brought up a good point. The way I arranged the valve was stupid. Because it would be sticking down. Now, yeah, would it probably rarely ever actually catch on anything underneath the car? Yes, but
Yes.
we're kind of victims of the natural bend of the hose. So we're gonna turn the valve
That way.
like that. Tsukasa, see?
Yep.
This is why I invited you over for this
And then the
project.
good thing is that if you hit something this way,
It'll be the closing position.
yeah, and then this way it should be covered
Yeah,
because
no-
it's got the flap on it.
Yeah. I mean, if something's happening like that, you got bigger problems anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, guys?
Looks good.
That's not bad. That could be worse.
Should be pretty simple for Ryan to do it.
It should be simple for Ryan to do. Okay. I'm comfortable.
Back on, but
Well, we're
it's-
gonna reassemble this car. Not gonna bore you with that particular bit of information, but if it doesn't work, there will be probably a future video of us trying to figure out where the engine is sucking in a bunch of water and oil. But it's just gotta be that. Where else is there ever water and oil in the same spot? It's the PCV system.
Yep. And like I said, I had an issue with it before.
Yeah,
You know.
right. It's gotta be it. Well, fingers crossed. Thanks for watching.